It is Friday, and it is a Maquis Masters video. You are here. You are one of, by my count, 3 people, at least as of 29 June. So this will be a very specific, targeted video to talk about some basic concepts that only a very few people will be able to comprehend and understand their role in psychological operations. We're going to start here. I have stated before in other videos, but I'll state it again just to make sure that everyone is clear. The greatest enemy anyone can ever have is the one that you do not know you have. You can have all sorts of enemies you are aware of, and you can make all sorts of plans for defending yourself. But one never makes plans for defense against an enemy one doesn't know they have. This is a fundamental key in psychological operations. Therefore, identifying your enemy is critical. Never interrupt your enemy when he's making a mistake, because that's when they will identify themselves. But you have to be looking for those mistakes, not only in those people you see as a threat, but also those that you see as possibly your friend. It's kind of a hard concept to grasp that you would be as suspicious or more suspicious of those calling themselves your friends than those calling themselves your enemies. The only real good analogy in civilian life that I can give you is this. Stores, big box stores like Target and Walmart, and 7-Eleven's, grocery stores, all this kind of stuff, spend more money trying to prevent theft from their own employees than they do theft from outside sources. People they call team members and associates and all of this, they direct more energy toward preventing that betrayal than they do what they see exterior threats. This is why you have to be very, very careful about the company you keep. Which leads us to this. I'm sorry about the visual on this. I'm not sure why it is so difficult to see, but this states, "You must not fight too often with one enemy, or you will teach him all your art of war." Meaning that you don't give away the farm all the time. Even if it means having to retreat, even if it means having to take some time and not take somebody down right when you can. Because it's important to keep weapons in your arsenal that your enemies don't know you have. Consequently, I guess conversely would be a better way to say that, the most threatening enemy that you can be, the most effective you can be, is toward enemies that don't see you as an enemy in psychological operations. So not giving away who you are, what you're doing, or why you're doing it is critical. Your enemies will never see you coming. They don't see you coming. They don't plan for you. Their guard's down. And they're vulnerable. But once you start giving away the attack, just about any defense can be made for any offense. So this is where we get to now. If you know the enemy and you know yourself, you need not fear the results of 100 battles, meaning people have short memories. Your friends have short memories. Enemies have much longer memories. You remember the times you were defeated in your life much more clearly than the times that you were successful in your life. And you know, if you've spent any amount of time on the planet, 30, 40, 50 years, that you're going to win some and you're going to lose some. If you play the long game, though, you'll always win. And that's what this is about, especially in psychological operations. You may never see the results. King Henry VIII never saw the results of the Protestant Reformation. If he could look at Christianity today, I think probably clearly Christianity being developed by Jesus Christ himself, probably the second most influential person would have been King Henry VIII. Because religion, Christianity fundamentally changed after the move away from the Pope. But the man never lived to see it. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. This is what psychological operations is. To slow walk your enemy into agreeing with you, into giving up his position, and literally making him believe that his position was never worth fighting for to begin with. When you can win that way, you're better than 1,000 armies. If you can get inside the head of your enemy, if you can get inside the head of someone who doesn't even see you as an enemy, and take away the whole concept of conflict, simply with the use of psychological operations, you're playing on an entirely different battlefield. One they won't even know existed. And that is the goal of the Maquis Masters. At this level, this is what we're going to be doing. This isn't going to be about overcoming. This isn't going to be about the struggle at this level. If there's even an identification of a struggle, we've lost. When psychological operations get identified, we've lost. That's why a lot of these operators are very, very careful to keep their circle of need to know close of what's really going on. And sometimes they'll reveal a psychological operation that's just fake to make you believe one thing's going on when something else is going on someplace totally different. It's about being subtle. So we'll leave this here. This is what the Maquis Masters is. Understanding that the battle space must be taken without even identifying a battle. Thank you so much. You guys are great. Hopefully there'll be some more of you soon. Take care.